Right, welcome to a quick video. I'm just going to talk you through my welcome to a quick video. My name's Tim, and this is my current travel camera setup. Now, this isn't my camera bag. You have various pouches and bags that I use from time to time. I haven't really settled on that yet, but this is what I'm using currently today to transport my camera equipment when I'm on an overnight trip, or even just for the day if I want to sling this in my car or something. Place carefully in my car. And this is just quite handy, and it fits everything in that I need. So it's from a company based in South Wales called ThreePeaks GBR, and these tech pouches are made from recycled plastic bottles. They're really good quality stuff. I've got this came as part of a pack which had like a lunch box, you know, like one of those soft lunch boxes like you buy your kids when they go back to school, which has some cool bag kind of capabilities, which is really nice, and a backpack. I don't really use the other stuff quite so much, but this little tech pouch has proved to be really handy. You can carry it around like a little handbag if you want to. It's got an extra little loop here if you want to secure it, and you've got two really sturdy zippers on there. So yeah, that's really nice. This is what I'm carrying my gear in at the moment. You will be able to tell from this that I'm not taking a tripod as such. So this is just a camera and a few basic accessories, but I thought this nice little package and what I've got in here is quite a neat little setup that perfectly covers my photography needs today. So what I have in here is a point and shoot, a micro 4/3 camera, charger, and a few bits and pieces. So I'll just talk through it. So across the top here, this space here should have some spare micro SD cards, but I've just come back from a few days, and I've just on my computer over there have been just sort of downloading some images and stuff, so most of the SD cards are over on the desk. So yeah, so a spare SD card in there. Then I've got a Lightning to SD card reader here, so an Apple user and this iPhone user I should say, and this works at a pinch. It's a little bit flaky. I don't know if this is a bit faulty, if there's some connections in there that are a bit off, maybe some broken cabling in here, I don't know, but this came bundled with a camera that I had, so it's clearly a little old. It's a bit flaky. It works at a pinch. It might be that they're not fully supported by the phone, or it might be that actually the phone struggles to open, you know, a 32, 64 gig high-speed card or something. I don't know. It works in a pinch, not ideal, but it's there. It doesn't really take up any space, and I do use it from time to time. USB cable here for charging the point and shoot, and then a lens cleaning cloth, because you need a lens cleaning cloth. We'll start from this end. We have the battery charger and mains adapter for the micro 4/3 camera, because this doesn't charge off USB. I have to take the battery out to do that. And also in here is the 14 to 42 micro 4/3 kit lens that came with this camera. This camera, which I've mentioned a few times now, is a Lumix GX1. This is my first micro 4/3 camera. I've had this maybe a month or so now. I really love the feel and the sort of like the tactile nature of this. The finish, the solid sort of feel of it is great, but also it still doesn't feel too heavy. I previously, well, I still have a Canon M50. It's just a very similar sort of footprint. It's a little bit slimmer and is missing that optical viewfinder, which I can accessorize if I need to. And on here I've got fitted a 25mm prime lens, which as you know, in micro 4, or you may or may not know, in micro 4/3 terms means this is 25mm here, but on a full size sensor this is 50mm. So while that might look like a wide lens, it's actually not that wide. So if you're looking at like a a 35mm camera, for instance, you're not going to get that sort of feel from this. So yeah, that's for another video. But anyway, I've got a prime lens on there. I'm a big fan of not having to zoom in and out. I do like just to use the prime lens and just frame what I see. As you may have noticed when I got that camera out there, my preference on the M50 has been the 22mm pancake lens. That is closer to 35-36mm, I think, in terms of full frame, and looks more natural, but still, this is nice, and it's a Lumix. So yeah, 2 lenses for that one, and this strap, by the way, came with another camera, which I'll talk about in another video. I don't know where I could buy it from. Optech USA, it says on there. It's got this nice sort of like spongy, bungee kind of feel in the middle, which means that the camera sits nicely on your shoulder and quite comfy. Yeah, nice little strap, that. And then over here on the far side, sip of tea a minute. And over here is a camera that's kicked off my recent fascination with cameras and photography again. I fell down the rabbit hole of sourcing some old camera technology, and I have a couple of point and shoots, and I'm really enjoying having something like this in my pocket and using a camera like this instead of my phone for taking photos. And this quite neatly pairs with this prime lens on here, because this obviously can go a little bit wider, but yeah, it's just quite handy. I mean, it takes perfectly good photos. It's 16 megapixels. It's quite it is quite old, but it works really well. The lens cover's a little bit broken, but actually camera works perfect, and I'm a big fan. What have I done there? There we go. Yeah, so it's perfectly works fine, but yeah, it doesn't quite cover up neatly, hence the definite need for a lens cloth to wipe the old lint off this from when it gets a little bit dusty and stuff in my pockets or whatever. Quite nice, decent little camera. I really enjoy using that. And as I said, there's the Lumix GX1, the charger, and all my other bits and pieces. Now, I do occasionally accessorize this with a few bits and pieces. So I've got this small rig sort of desktop tripod, which is quite handy if I want to put a camera down on a like a wall or something. It's obviously not very tall, but I'm trying to carry as little as possible. This is quite neat. I haven't quite figured out if I can get that in there yet. I think if I'm going to put that in there, I need to sacrifice maybe the spare lens and stuff, but we'll see. We'll figure that out. And then something else that I use quite a lot on my travels is usually something like this Insta360 Go 3. So this is going to be the camera that you will so this is the camera that takes any sort of POV videos that you'll have seen on my channel, either up until now or in the future, unless I buy something else, of course, which is entirely possible with new GoPros coming out and stuff. But the Go 3 is very small and discreet, and it's a neat little camera. So there we go. That's my my travel camera kit. If you've got any questions, or you're you're curious about anything, please pop them below, and I'll see you in another video soon.